It took just one joke, one reckless, poorly timed, wildly insensitive joke for Chriseanrock to completely snap. Blueface thought he was being funny, thought he was being clever, thought he could clown around with the one topic he should have never touched, the baby. But the second those words left his mouth, the internet swears they saw something change in Chrisean's eyes. Something dark, something dangerous, something that made even fans who defend her every day suddenly go silent. Because Chrisean didn't just clap back. She didn't just get upset. She didn't just yell like usual. She threatened his life, not metaphorically, not playfully, not for the cameras. She said it with her chest. She said it with rage. She said it like someone who had hit their absolute breaking point and was ready to go further than she'd ever gone before. And the scariest part? It wasn't a private argument. It wasn't whispered behind the scenes. It happened live, in front of thousands, with screen recordings already spreading before Blueface even realized the monster he unleashed. The moment he joked about the baby, laughed about something he knew was sensitive, something he knew cut deep, Chrisean's entire body shifted. Her energy went from chaotic to deadly calm. She stared at the screen with that frozen smile she gets right before she explodes, and she said words that sent everyone watching into panic mode. Words so serious that fans started tweeting, "She needs help now. Blueface needs security. This is getting dangerous." Even Blueface looked shocked. Even he didn't expect that reaction. But he kept playing around until she snapped again, harder. Because according to someone who was in the room, Chrisean didn't just threaten him once. She repeated it, louder, clearer, more aggressively. And then she said something that made viewers clutch their phones in fear. "Say that about my baby again and see what happens." From the outside, it might look like Chrisean simply flipped out over one joke, but anyone who's been watching their story unfold knows this moment didn't come out of nowhere. This explosion wasn't random. This threat wasn't sudden. This was the result of months, years of emotional warfare between two people who should have walked away from each other long before a baby entered the picture. Because the truth is, nothing about Blueface and chriseanrock has ever been normal, healthy, or safe. Everything between them has always been extreme, fueled by obsession, fueled by ego, fueled by trauma, fueled by chaos. And the baby? The baby turned the pressure up to a level neither of them were prepared for. Ever since the day Chrisean gave birth, her entire world shifted into protective overdrive. She became more paranoid, more intense, more emotional. Every comment, every tweet, every rumor about her child sent her spiraling. She didn't trust the world. She didn't trust the media. She didn't trust Blueface, especially not Blueface. Because Blueface never took the situation seriously. Not the pregnancy, not the delivery, not the aftermath, not the responsibility. Instead of co-parenting, he mocked her online. Instead of checking in, he made jokes. Instead of showing respect, he threw shade. And every time Chrisean tried to protect her baby's image, Blueface poked at her wounds with sarcasm, ego, and cruelty disguised as humor. Fans saw it coming. Friends saw it coming. Even Blueface's own people warned him not to joke about the baby publicly, but he couldn't help himself. Blueface treats everything like content, even the moments that should be private. He thrives on chaos, especially when the camera is on. And when he decides he wants attention, he will push any boundary, even the ones that put him in danger. That's exactly what happened the night this went down. According to people who were with Blueface hours before the scandal, he was already in a playful mood, talking trash, clowning around, scrolling through old pictures, and hyping himself up. They said he was irritated because Chrisean had posted something earlier in the day that made him feel clowned. Something about her being a single mom, something about him being absent, something about her doing it all alone. And Blueface hates looking weak online. He hates looking irrelevant. He hates when the narrative makes him appear like the bad guy, even when he is the bad guy. So when he went live that night, he wasn't just joking, he was retaliating. He wanted to hurt her feelings. He wanted to embarrass her. He wanted to show the internet he wasn't bothered. He wanted to reclaim control, the control he feels slipping away every time Chrisean posts about motherhood without him. This is a man who sees fatherhood as a punchline and drama as currency. So he joked, and he joked hard. He made comments about the baby's appearance. He made comments about the baby's behavior. He made comments implying he wasn't sure he was even the father. He made comments about how babies act when the mom is crazy. He laughed after every line, expecting the audience to laugh with him. But the audience didn't laugh. They panicked because they saw something Blueface didn't. They saw Chrisean enter the live stream. Not physically, digitally. She popped into the comments, at first quietly, then not so quietly. Witnesses said her first few messages were ignored by Blueface, but fans saw them. They were simple, chilling emojis. Then she typed, "Stop playing with me." Then she typed, "Don't joke on my baby." Then she typed, "I'm not laughing." Blueface kept laughing. He thought he was in control. He thought she was bluffing. He thought she was just being dramatic. He had no idea she was about to ignite one of the biggest threats she's ever made, because here's the truth people forget. Chrisean doesn't play about loyalty. Chrisean doesn't play about love. Chrisean doesn't play about respect. And she definitely doesn't play about her child. She will fight entire crowds for someone she loves. She will break doors. She will swing at security. She will set the internet on fire with a single meltdown. But motherhood unlocked a version of Chrisean that is even more unpredictable. The version that will stop at nothing to protect her baby's name and future. So when Blueface mocked her child, the one innocent thing in her life, something inside her snapped. Friends who were with her said she froze for a moment like she couldn't believe what she heard. They said her breathing got heavy, then silent, then dangerous. They said she started pacing back and forth, muttering to herself. They said she grabbed her phone, locked herself in the bathroom, and typed with hands shaking from anger. They said they saw that look, the look Chrisean gets right before she does something she can't take back. And then it happened. She flooded the comments. Thousands of viewers watched in horror as her messages escalated. First, "Say it again." Then, "Say it one more time about the baby." Then the moment that froze the entire live stream. "I swear to God I'll end you." The chat exploded. People were spamming. "OMG, stop. Is she serious? Oh, no, 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 no. This is bad. She needs help. This is a threat." But Chrisean didn't stop. She typed again. "You joke again and see what I do." Blueface didn't even have time to react before screen recordings blasted across social media. Within minutes, Instagram blogs posted it. Twitter erupted. TikTok went into emergency mode. Fan pages panicked. Celebrities DM'd each other like it was breaking news. Someone close to the situation claimed that after she made the threats, Chrisean tried calling Blueface repeatedly. Others said she tried pulling up to his location. Others said she was pacing, screaming, crying, shaking, a full emotional breakdown that terrified the people around her. Meanwhile, Blueface was still smirking, reading comments, pretending everything was fine. It wasn't fine. This wasn't their usual fight. This wasn't the typical screaming match. This was darker, more personal, more dangerous. Because for the first time, Chrisean wasn't fighting for a relationship. She wasn't fighting for loyalty. She wasn't fighting for respect. She was fighting for her baby. And anyone who knows her knows that is the one battle where she loses control completely. The moment Chrisean dropped that threat in the live stream, the internet thought they'd seen the peak, but they had no idea the real conflict was just beginning. Because after typing, "I swear to God I'll end you," Chrisean didn't just sit back and let the internet argue. She didn't wait for Blueface to text her. She didn't calm down. She went straight into the one mode, even her team fears, action mode. Witnesses who were with her that night said she went from crying to stone cold within seconds. One minute she was pacing, the next she was grabbing her bag, wiping her face and mumbling, "Nah, he not playing with my baby, I'm not playing either." People begged her to stop. They tried blocking the door. They tried reasoning with her. They tried reminding her that threatening Blueface publicly was already bad enough. But once Chrisean becomes emotionally locked in, nobody can stop her. Not friends, not family, not security, not logic. She stormed out. shaking with anger so intense witnesses said she looked physically different, like she wasn't even in her own body anymore. She got into her car, slammed the door, and sped off so fast neighbors came outside thinking something exploded. Meanwhile, Blueface was still live, scrolling through comments, trying to pretend he wasn't rattled. But people who know him could see it in his eyes, the shift, the sudden tension, the slight panic. Because even he knew Chrisean wasn't bluffing. She's never been the type to threaten without follow-through. And when she says someone's crossed the line, it means she's already mentally decided what happens next. He said into the live, "Man, she trippin'," but his voice cracked. He kept checking his phone like he expected someone to call him with bad news. He asked someone off camera, "She outside?" twice. He kept looking toward the window, smirking, but nervous. Because anybody who's ever been around Chrisean knows when she goes silent, when she disappears, when she drives off in anger, something destructive is coming. And her silence didn't last long, because at 11:17 p.m., the video dropped. A private recording leaked of Chrisean screaming on the phone. Nobody knows who recorded it. Nobody knows how it got out. But the audio was horrifying. Her voice cracking, her breathing heavy, words spilling out like she was past the point of no return. "He want to joke? He want to play with my baby? I'm on the way. I swear on everything. I'm on the way." Fans heard that and panicked instantly. Blogs posted it within minutes. News pages put red sirens around it like an emergency alert. People were tweeting, "Blueface needs security now. This is beyond toxic. She needs real help ASAP. This might end horribly." But the craziest part? This wasn't the last audio. A second clip leaked, even worse. In it, Chrisean said, "He got one more time to disrespect my child. After tonight, he gon' learn." Her tone was lower, colder, controlled. That terrified everyone more than the yelling. People started tagging LAPD. People started tagging Zeus Network. People started telling Blueface to leave his house. People started begging Chrisean to stop before she ruined her entire life. By midnight, Blueface's own family was calling him. Jardin was posting cryptic messages like, "Protect the babies first. Everything else can fall apart." Even Blueface's mom commented publicly, "He shouldn't have joked about that baby. She's not stable enough for that." The situation was spiraling fast, and then Blueface ended the live, not with a joke, not with a laugh, not with a dismissive comment. He ended it mid-sentence. No goodbye, no explanation, no smirk. It was the first sign he was actually scared. A neighbor later posted a blurry video showing Blueface stepping outside his house, looking around the street like he expected Chrisean to jump out of the bushes. Security pulled up. 2 of his boys came outside. Someone whispered, "She called again." Another said, "Bro, she's really coming." Fans watching the neighbor-recorded video were losing their minds. "She really on the way? This is about to get violent. Who leaked the audio? Call somebody now." But the most disturbing moment of the night wasn't caught on video. It was caught in a private leaked text message exchange between Blueface and someone unnamed. The messages read, "BF, she threatening to pull up. Friend, she serious this time? BF, she threatening my life over a joke. Friend, you took it too far. BF, you think she'll really do something? Friend, she said she would, didn't she?" That message thread sent the entire internet into meltdown. People began begging, "Please don't let this turn into a crime scene. This is not entertainment anymore. She's not okay. Get her help." But the real twist hadn't even hit yet, because while the world watched Blueface panic inside his house, someone in Chrisean's circle posted a disturbing story, then deleted it 60 seconds later. The story said, "Y'all don't understand. She's been holding this in for months." That one message changed the entire narrative. This wasn't just about the joke. This wasn't just tonight. This wasn't one meltdown. This was a breaking point. Rumors started spreading that Blueface had said worse things about the baby off camera. There were whispers that he'd been telling people he didn't trust her as a mom. Some claimed he was planning to file something legal. Others said he was telling his boys he wanted custody. And that was the twist people weren't prepared for. Because an anonymous blog, one known for being accurate with celebrity court leaks, posted, exclusive, Blueface allegedly considering legal action regarding the baby. If that was true, if Blueface was really trying to take the child, then Chrisean's meltdown wasn't random. It was fear. It was threat. It was desperation wrapped in rage. A mother who felt cornered, a woman who felt betrayed, a person who had lost so much control that threatening him felt like her only power left. And now everyone wanted answers. Where was Chrisean? Where was Blueface? Was she still driving toward him? Did he call security? Did someone intervene? Was legal action real? Was the threat deeper than fans thought? And then the first twist hit. The twist that shook the entire internet sideways. Someone posted a screenshot of Chrisean's location tag. She wasn't driving around aimlessly. She wasn't cooling down. She was 2 blocks from Blueface's house and moving closer. By the time the internet realized Chrisean's location tag was 2 blocks from Blueface's house, it was already too late. She wasn't slowing down. She wasn't calming down. She wasn't reconsidering. She was locked in, focused, breathing hard, eyes red, hands shaking on the steering wheel, friends in the passenger seat begging her to stop. Someone grabbed her phone, trying to end the meltdown before it became irreversible, but she snatched it back and said, "Nah, he crossed the line. He gonna see me tonight." It didn't sound like a threat anymore. It sounded like a promise. Meanwhile, inside Blueface's house, alarms were going off. Not security alarms, emotional alarms, instinct alarms, real fear. Blueface kept checking outside through the blinds like a man who finally realized the monster he helped create wasn't a joke anymore. His boys were pacing. One stepped outside and immediately rushed back in yelling, "She closed! I swear she closed!" The tension was suffocating, and Blueface wasn't laughing now. That famous smirk, gone, his ego, gone, his playful trolling persona, buried under fear, because deep down he knew what that location meant. She wasn't thinking, she wasn't calculating, she wasn't asking questions. She was acting off pure emotion, the version of Chrisean that even he couldn't control. Then, at exactly 12:06 a.m., a neighbor started live streaming from across the street. The title on the stream? Chrisean just pulled up to Blueface's house. Within seconds, tens of thousands joined the live. They watched as a car pulled into the street aggressively, headlights flashing across the driveway like a scene out of a thriller. Chrisean opened her door so fast it slammed back into the frame. She didn't close it gently. She didn't take a deep breath. She marched straight down the sidewalk with the intensity of someone who truly didn't care what happened next. Someone inside Blueface's home shouted, "She here, she here." You could hear the panic in the background. Blueface came outside halfway, then stopped at the doorframe like he couldn't decide if he should confront her or hide. He tried to stand tall, but his voice cracked as he yelled, "Why you coming over here like that?" Chrisean didn't hesitate. She pointed at him like she was pointing at a target and screamed, "You think this a game?" The neighbor's live stream lost its mind. Comments flew in like gunfire. "She's gonna destroy something. This about to get violent. He needs restraining order now. This is not funny anymore. Somebody call somebody before this goes bad." Blueface tried to keep space between them, holding his hands out like he was calming down a wild animal. But nothing was calming her. Nothing was breaking through. She was hysterical, shaking, crying, yelling, pacing, cycling through rage and heartbreak at the same time. She screamed, "You think joking about my baby is funny?" Blueface tried to defend himself. "It was a joke, yo. You overreacting." Wrong sentence. Worst possible sentence. Chrisean lunged. Security grabbed her fast, not hurting her, just trying to hold her back. But she fought like she was fighting for her life. She kicked. She swung. She twisted her whole body trying to get free. She kept yelling, "Let me go! Let me go! He want to play with my baby! Let me go!" The neighbor's live stream exploded with screaming in the comments. And then, the part everyone still can't believe, Blueface actually egged her on for a second. He stepped forward and said with a shaky laugh, "Chill, you look crazy right now." That sent her into another dimension of rage. She screamed, "If you say one more thing about me or my baby, I swear on everything you love." Security cut her off, pulling her back, but the meaning was clear. Everyone watching knew it. Everyone heard it. Everyone felt the danger. This wasn't drama. This wasn't entertainment. This was a real threat on live stream, in front of neighbors, in front of security, in front of thousands online. Someone off camera yelled, "Call somebody, this ain't gonna end good." Rumors hit Twitter instantly. Police are on the way to Blueface's house. Someone called 911. Chrisean might get arrested. No one knew what was true, but the panic was real. Then suddenly, the live stream viewers heard sirens in the distance. Not close, but moving closer. The internet stopped breathing. Meanwhile, inside the chaos, Chrisean kept yelling at Blueface, "You don't take nothing serious. All you do is joke until someone get hurt." And then she said something that made even the security freeze. "You better pray they get here before I do something I can't take back." That line circulated across social media like a nuclear blast. People were horrified. People were crying in the comments. People were begging Blueface to go inside. People were begging Chrisean to stop before her entire life collapsed. But then, the twist nobody saw coming. Someone from Blueface's circle ran outside holding a phone, yelling, "She just posted something. Check her ig now." The neighbors' live stream watchers jumped off the live to go look. And what Chrisean posted wasn't a rant. It wasn't a threat. It wasn't a meltdown. It was a video. A video recorded in the car before she arrived. In the clip, her eyes were red, her lip trembling, her energy chaotic and broken. She said, "I tried to be calm, I tried to let him have his jokes, but he keep disrespecting me and my baby, and I swear, I can't take no more. I'm losing myself." She wasn't yelling, she was crying, quietly, painfully, scarily, and then she said the line that flipped the entire narrative. "If anything happens tonight, just know he pushed me." People were horrified. It sounded like a goodbye. It sounded like a final warning. It sounded like someone who had mentally crossed into a danger zone. And then the real shocking reveal dropped. A blog posted a screenshot claiming Blueface had privately told someone earlier that week, "I'm gonna make her snap. Watch." When fans saw that, everything changed. This wasn't just an emotional meltdown. This wasn't just a threat. This wasn't just postpartum pain. This was provocation. This was manipulation. This was psychological warfare. People started saying Blueface wanted this reaction, that he pushed her to the edge on purpose, that he knew exactly what he was doing when he joked about the baby. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from Chrisean needs help to Blueface needs to stop before he gets her locked up. This man is provoking her for content. He is dangerous too. As the sirens came closer, the neighbors' live stream cut off abruptly, probably because security told them to stop. Blueface ran inside. Chrisean was still on the sidewalk screaming. People were on Instagram counting down until police arrived. And then a final update hit Twitter. Chrisean and Blueface are no longer outside. They both went indoors, no confirmation on arrests yet. The entire internet was left hanging. And the scariest part, right before everything went silent, Chrisean posted one more message. "This ain't over." The internet didn't just react, it imploded. The second the neighbors' live stream cut off, people began screaming across every platform like they were watching a real-life crime scene unfold in slow motion. Fans weren't arguing anymore. They weren't trolling or picking sides. For the first time in Blueface Chrisean history, the entire internet was genuinely scared. This wasn't entertainment. This wasn't messy drama. This wasn't Zeus Network energy. This felt dangerous. This felt real. Twitter went into survival mode. Hashtag shot to the top of trending. Shakir pray for Chrisean. Shakir protect the baby. Blueface goes too far. Get Chrisean help. This is too much. One fan wrote, "This is the scariest I've ever seen her. She's not okay." Another replied, "Blueface is evil for provoking a mentally unstable woman on purpose." Then a third jumped in with, "Both of them toxic. That baby deserves better." Everyone was terrified, emotional, and desperately refreshing to see what happened next. But it wasn't just fans, it wasn't just random users. Celebrities started reacting. A famous female rapper tweeted, "Y'all keep playing with postpartum women like it's a joke." This could have ended tragically. A reality star posted on IG, "They both need serious therapy, like real therapy." A former NFL player wrote, "Joking about someone's baby is crazy. Threats ain't the answer, but damn, and this man loves chaos." Then an R&B singer added, "Praying nobody gets hurt. This is not content, this is real life." Even bigger than the celebrities, major news pages picked up the story. TMZ-style blogs posted, "Chriseanrock arrives at Blueface's house." After threatening him on live, police rumored to be involved. Other outlets reported, sources claim Blueface provoked her intentionally. Another platform wrote, "Chriseanrock's emotional state raises concerns among fans." But the most viral headline came from a gossip page that wrote, "This is domestic violence in live motion." People in the comments were arguing nonstop. She's dangerous? He's abusive too. They bring out the worst in each other. This should not be online. Take the baby away. Both need help. Then out of nowhere, the darkest shift happened. A rumor spread that police had actually arrived at the scene. Someone tweeted, "My cousin lives near Blueface's house. Cops pulled up." Someone else posted a shaky video from far away showing flashing lights. People freaked out. Is Chrisean arrested? Is Blueface pressing charges? Where is the baby? No one knew what was real. No one knew who to believe. No one had confirmation. But then the scariest update came from a reporter who often gets court documents early. She tweeted, "This situation might escalate legally very soon." Fans went ballistic. "Oh God, custody battle incoming. Blueface gonna try to take that baby for real. This is bad." Meanwhile, TikTok was turning into a digital morgue. Creators were crying on camera. People were posting emotional videos saying, "This ain't funny, I grew up with parents like this." It ends in tragedy. One tear-filled TikTok hit 4 million views when the creator said, "You can literally see her breaking on camera. She needs help, not the internet laughing at her." Another creator said, "Blueface weaponizes her trauma and y'all watch like it's a sport." And then the most viral TikTok of the night dropped. A mental health professional posted a full breakdown, explaining, "Chrisean is showing signs of emotional collapse, postpartum stress, trauma overlap, and dissociation. She is not well. This is a crisis." Millions shared it, celebrities reposted it, even people who usually defended Blueface fell silent. But the story took another turn. A leak hit Instagram from someone close to Blueface. They posted, then deleted, "He thinks he can get full custody. That's why he's pushing her this far." The internet exploded if that was true. If Blueface truly provoked her to make her look unstable, it would explain everything. The joke, the smirk, the live stream, the refusal to stop, the mocking tone, the way he egged her on even while she was losing control. The silence after her threats. Suddenly, the narrative flipped. Chrisean wasn't just dangerous, she was being set up. Creators started posting videos titled, "Blueface planned this." This was a manipulation tactic. Chrisean is being pushed into a breakdown. Then Jiden stepped into the chaos again. She posted a cryptic message. "It's sad when people know what triggers you and do it anyway." People lost their minds. Jiden wasn't siding with Blueface. She wasn't defending him. She wasn't mocking Chrisean. For the first time, she sounded like she understood what Blueface was doing. Then a friend of Chrisean tweeted, "This been going on off camera. She's been struggling. Y'all just seeing it now." People became emotional. Was Chrisean suffering privately? Was she pushed past her limits? Was this meltdown months in the making? Every fan base, even ones who hated each other, united under one terrifying truth. Something horrible was looming. And then, at 3:44 a.m., a paparazzi-style photo leaked. It wasn't confirmed. People weren't sure if it was real, but it went viral instantly. It showed Blueface sitting on the curb with his head in his hands, police cars in the background, Chrisean being spoken to inside the driveway by two officers. No context, no explanation, no audio, just imagery that suggested the worst. And right as the internet reached maximum panic, Chrisean posted one more message. "He pushed me, but I'm done protecting him." The comments exploded. What does that mean? What is she about to expose? Is she dropping recordings? Is she posting receipts? Is this about the baby? And then Chrisean went offline. Blueface went offline. Everyone went offline. And the silence was horrifying. For hours, the internet sat in absolute paralysis. Nobody posted, nobody joked, nobody picked sides anymore. Everyone wanted just one thing: answers. What happened when those police cars pulled up? Why did Blueface look broken on the curb? Why did Chrisean vanish into silence after posting, "I'm done protecting him"? And what exactly did she mean by protecting? Because when someone like Chrisean says that, it never means something small. It never means something innocent. It means she's been hiding something explosive. Meanwhile, insiders were whispering, not publicly, not loudly, just enough for the rumor to spread like poison. One insider DM'd a blog. Chrisean wasn't mad about the joke. She was mad because he exposed something he wasn't supposed to. That message alone sent viewers spiraling. What did Blueface say? What did the joke hint at? What secret was he dangling over her? Then another anonymous message leaked from someone who claimed to be at the house after police left. They weren't arguing about the live stream. It was something deeper. Fans started panicking. Something deeper than threatening his life? What did he do? What did she cover for him? And then, the most disturbing leak of the night surfaced, a 10-second audio clip. People couldn't confirm if it was real, but it spread like wildfire. In the clip, you hear Chrisean sobbing, not screaming, sobbing from a place that sounded ancient, exhausted, completely shattered. And she said, "I've been keeping your secrets for a year. You really want to play with me?" Those 11 words changed everything. Suddenly, her threat didn't sound like rage. It sounded like betrayal. It sounded like retaliation. It sounded like revenge. People who heard the clip started posting, "Wait, has she been covering for him? What secret is she talking about? Is this why she snapped?" Blogs jumped in immediately, trying to piece the puzzle together. One blog posted, "Chrisean's anger wasn't about the baby. The baby joke triggered something bigger." Another blog wrote, "Blueface allegedly confessed the baby joke wasn't a joke. It was a jab at something deeper." Someone else claimed, "They have a secret situation involving the baby that nobody knows about yet." Fans panicked even more. Was the baby in danger? Was Blueface hiding something? Was Chrisean covering something related to the baby? Was the threat connected to something he said privately? Then another twist. A friend of Chrisean's posted a story at 5:12 a.m. "Y'all don't know what she found out tonight." Deleted in 60 seconds. Screenshotted in 6. Circulated across the internet in 600. And now, the world knew. Something happened tonight. Something Blueface said. Something Chrisean heard. Something that broke her. Something that wasn't about jokes or live streams. But the real cliffhanger came when Blueface's cousin, someone who never comments on drama, posted a single sentence. He should have never said that to her. That sentence set the internet on fire. What did he say? What could be worse than mocking the baby? What could break Chrisean so deeply that she was ready to throw her entire life away? People began searching for clues everywhere. Then, at sunrise, a final leak appeared, the most chilling one yet. A screenshot of Blueface texting someone. She found out. It's over. The internet froze. She found out what? What secret? What truth? What lie? What has he been hiding? What did he confess off camera? What did she hear that set off this explosion? Fans were terrified, shaking, refreshing every 10 seconds. Then, someone posted a blurry paparazzi-style photo of Chrisean sitting outside the house after police left, her hair messy, her face swollen from crying, her hands covering her mouth like she'd seen something that broke her soul. And the caption under the photo: "She wasn't threatening him over the joke, she was threatening him over the truth." Nobody knew what truth, nobody knew what Blueface said, nobody knew what Chrisean realized, until at exactly 7:58 a.m., Chrisean came back online. She didn't post a rant. She didn't post a meltdown. She didn't post tears. She posted a black screen with 4 words: "Now tell them everything." The internet lost its mind. People were screaming in the comments, "What is everything? What did he do? What truth is she forcing him to admit? Is this about the baby? Is someone else involved? Drop the receipts." And then, the final cliffhanger, Blueface saw the post, and instead of ignoring it, instead of laughing, instead of trolling, he posted, "Don't start something you can't finish." Tens of thousands of people gasped. 2 posts, 8 total words. And those 8 words confirm the darkest possibility. There's a secret between them so big, so dangerous, so career-ending, that both of them are terrified for the world to know it. The question now isn't, will they fight again? It isn't, will police get involved? It isn't, will the baby be okay? The question is, what is the secret they're hiding? And why is Chrisean ready to burn everything down to force it out? Before you click away from this video, take a breath, because everything you just heard is only the beginning. This situation is spiraling faster than anyone expected, and now both Chrisean and Blueface are publicly hinting at a secret so dark, so heavy, so life-altering that neither one of them wants to say it out loud first. And the craziest part? They're daring each other to expose it. Chrisean said, "Now tell them everything." Blueface fired back with, "Don't start something you can't finish." That alone tells you this isn't over, not even close. This isn't just a threat. This isn't just a meltdown. This isn't just postpartum emotions or Blueface trolling for attention. This is something bigger, something deeper, something they both know could change everything publicly, legally, and personally. So right now, I want you in the comments. Who do you think is telling the truth? What do you think the secret is? Is Blueface hiding something about the baby? Is Chrisean covering for him? Did something happen behind the scenes that we don't know yet? Drop your theories. Drop your predictions. Drop the most insane possibility you can think of. Because at this point, nothing is off the table. Nothing is too crazy. This situation is turning into one of the biggest scandals of the year, and your comments might be the key to understanding the next twist. Hit that like button if even one part of this story made you gasp or sit up. And if you're still here right now, that means you're locked in, you're invested, and you need to subscribe with notifications on, because part 2 is coming the moment new evidence drops. And trust me, new receipts are coming. New audio, new screenshots, new leaks. People in their circles are already talking. The next chapter isn't just drama, it's an explosion. So stay ready, stay subscribed, and get in the comments. Because the truth, it's coming, and it's gonna be worse than anyone expects.